Welcome back to Post and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV as the Isles. We're trying to go for the Inner Turmoil achievement where we have to have 20 non-island provinces by 1500. It is 1471. We have 0 non-island provinces. We're currently sieging down an island province, so we're allowed to take another island province, and maybe this one too. Our ruler just died as a general on a siege, which means we lost 2 stability from it. And the pretender race rose up because earlier on our heir died and we got one with a weak claim. Who's also indulgent. Gee. Also, he has no admin. Which means we really need admin for a million things. Especially if we want to still try the colonization game. And the stab's gonna eat my admin. It's all terrible. Now, this guy's gonna rise up in Ayrshire. He's gonna move around and spread autonomy everywhere, which is bad, but maybe not the end of the world. It's probably generate war exhaustion because we have occupied territory. And then at some point he's gonna come over here. Question is whether I immediately disband this guy. I think I do. Well, let's do it as soon as these guys pop out. Keep the unrest suppression until then. Wait, no, he already super unrestful? What's going on? Oh, negative stability +4. Yeah. Do I have to stab up? The stab from the Pope is 100 points, right? Yeah. I don't think there was a stability action here. There are things that increase stability cost, but that's like the opposite of what I want to do. I'm going to dismiss this troop. I'm going to leave this pretender button up as long as possible. I'm going to keep going with my siege. I'm 90% sure that this is lost. But as in, we can't. Nice. Still a war coming up because of negative stability, I think. And low legitimacy. Yeah. So I'm almost sure it's lost. But if there's any way we can win this, it is by keeping in this, standing this war. Yeah, we could peace out, go home, beat those guys, recover. That all would work, but would eat so much time that we're not going to get the achievement. And I don't think I can do that. So here's Iona Mar, who has claimed my throne. He's a 131 leader. And he brought 9,000 troops. He's gonna start spreading his autonomy garbage. Which makes me consider... to core things or not to core things. If I don't core this, he's gonna spread his autonomy on the 90% autonomy land, and it's gonna be at 100%. I think I have to, even though it costs me admin. All of this is horrific. Question is, do I press reduce war exhaustion once? I think I do. I need the dip, but the dip doesn't do anything as long as we don't have the admin. So I'm gonna do this once to make it slightly cheaper. And I'm gonna core you, and I'm gonna core you. That way your autonomy is gonna drop in a month. And that way the autonomy increase won't be as bad. So it always takes a while. More than a monthly tick. It's so weird. The new patch. There we go. It's dropped now after 2 monthly ticks. Now when the autonomy is increased, it will only go to like 40 some percent instead of going to everything. And yes, we have other unrest in these places, but right now that's not something I can worry about. Hebridean pretenders? In Ayrshire? Are they gonna be the same? Do they get just more rebels once these rise up? They just take over the unrest in Ayrshire that already had at 90%, turn that into Hebridean pretenders, they're gonna get another 8k troops. I mean, if they do, then what we're gonna have to do is accept their demands. Oh, they will never negotiate, but at some point they just need to break our country, right? Yeah. No effect at Siege 1. I thought they would give me autonomy. Khan Air will die. 243 guy will get the throne. This is fine. I don't know if I get another stab loss from losing my ruler or something. But that's not the end of the world. But that's probably why you can't negotiate with these guys. So you can't just say, okay, that's fine. Yeah, they actually got more people out. So now we just need them to break the country. Do I repay one of these loans? No, I have to extend it. Wait. We would also have to continue paying the interest of 6%? These used to be 1% loans. You guys are... Okay. Do not stay in debt to the burghers. Normal loan is how much? 6%. Okay, so this just turns into normal loans. It's not increased. Oh, because of the stability. That's why we get more. We're just dead, aren't we? Everything is coming up bad. Maybe I should have stabbed up a while ago. I so really don't want to. If I stab up now, do I at least pay 5% of my loan then, or do I still pay 6%? I'm gonna hit extend on one of these. This is mostly science. Do I get a list or does this just repay a loan? I think I get a list, right? Yes, okay. Whew. What? Wait, 1%. You still say 1% on them. Extend, 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 extend. So I did just waste some admin on stabbing up, I guess. But if these loans are actually still 1%, I'm fine. Yeah? Okay, so it's just the tooltip that lies. I guess it doesn't use the actual calculation function. So there's our siege. So now we can peace out at least. And then probably just dismiss our mercenaries and just let this guy win. Because I can't beat him. I can't beat 17,000 guys ever. So how do we peace out? Could separate peace you. I did co-belligerent you, which is kind of nice. I think I probably want it for myself instead of subject because of the distance thing, right? We still want to go for colonization, which I still don't know is possible. So just take your land. And not your money, because it's just not money. Any advantage of doing that as part of the main peace deal? Still pay the dip. I don't think there's any reason. So, give me that. Give me no money. That'll be fine. Dismiss my mercenaries. Wait a day. Sue my other piece. Now here the question is, do we take the land or do we vassalize them? Are you my rival? Did I rival you? Ulster, Tyrone, and Scotland. I did. So I kind of want humiliation, which means I can't vassalize them. So it also means I can't, like, yeah, I can't humiliate and fully annex. Do I just humiliate? And what's the province going to do for us? It's not a very great province. We would have to core it if we don't vassalize them. We don't have that kind of admin. We have to deal with more land with unrest in it and all that. If we don't take it here, we at least get power protection. I think that's better. I think we go... No, not offer tribute. Definitely not. I want you to be humiliated. And... then what? Probably like war reps, trade power. And do you have any alliances to like Scotland or something? No. Oh no, you were at war with Scotland, right. Any money in you? Not really. 16 ducats at 0.32 inflation. Don't think I can do that. That seems awful. Here, just this. Tiny bit of prestige. Humiliation, some money. Now, in retrospect, I'm not particularly happy that I declared this war. But, you know, I think I'm definitely gonna... yes. Gonna drop this fort, because I just can't afford it. I'll put you guys back on trying to make me a tiny bit of money in the North Sea. I will have you do what? Could just drop maintenance. Or suppress rebels. That's a lot of rebels here. Let's suppress for a moment, but I might go back to the other thing. Tyrone eclipsed now, I guess. But that didn't give me much, did it? 10. It's not the worst. Now, I have a subject here, Ormond, that actually already likes me. Good. They force vassalized us, but it's kind of fine. What do? We need the English to love us, but they do. Yeah, and then it's either go to... I'm gonna go back and spy on Scotland, because there's still a chance we get the claims bordering claims thing going on. I do probably need to start the coring of Desmond. Sad as that is. And then I believe once you have half my country, you can break it. But it will take some while even then, I think. Progress is pretty quick. It's getting quicker. You can only stop it by having a ton of legitimacy, which means this guy wins. What happens if we get into the disaster? 10 unrest. I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to go through with this. Imperial reform. Now, if I were to go bankrupt... Wait, is there usually a button for it? Ah, there it is. Wipe our loans, but we will suffer some severe drawbacks. I'm gonna click it and see. Our armies are garbage, our navies are garbage, our interest is high, but we have no loans. Then, no manpower recovery, no salary recovery, extreme high advisor cost, extreme high tech cost. No settlers, no ideas. Don't think we have a center of trade that's smaller than level 1, right? We shouldn't. Pretty sure we don't. It's just a natural harbor. So we go into 5 years of bankruptcy. That makes it 77. But by then we have the admin to take the tech. What do we gain from being bankrupt? We don't have to repay these loans. Oops. So that's 5 loans of 16.73 ducats. So that's like 80-ish ducats. It's not insane or anything. The question is whether we don't care. Which is what I'm considering, right? If it's just positive to go bankrupt because we're not planning to go to war. We just have to wait for these guys to win anyway. We can't fight any rebels. We don't have any monarch points to take any tech except for maybe mill, which is very far away anyway. I am feeling bankruptcy here. Now there's not a lot of ways. It will cancel all sorts of things you do with your money. So it's not like we can quickly spend the money, take a bunch of loans, spend the money on buildings or something. That doesn't work. I think I'll go bankrupt. I hope I live because I have England as a subject. We wait for this guy to win. I'll just do it. One thing. How are we doing on that institution spread? Because if we're about to get the institution into colonialism, this one here, it's missing investment. If we just took, it's gonna take forever anyway. I'm gonna do it. Okay. One of my hopes is that they will never have to come south to Deathment. I don't think they need to control all my land. I think once they take the Inner Hebrides, they will be close to enforcing. Maybe they can even immediately enforce. I don't know how true that is. Quick look at our people. Can't press any of these buttons because they're rebels. Okay, can't do any of that when they're rebels. Fine. Fine. Should I be fabricating on any of these islanders? Ormond has a claim on Cork. I can just tell Ormond to make a bunch of claims. If there are neighbors that are not allied to England. Or Scotland. Like these guys here. Do that, please. And I sent my guy to improve with the Pope. We just seem to be constantly at war. So, a bankruptcy in a timed run seems like it might be a bad idea. It just still feels to me as if we might not have had a different... As if the time loss would have been there anyway. Oh, that... I should have stabbed up, apparently. I didn't realize that would cost me monarch points. Did it say that in the pop-up? Don't think it said... It just ate all my monarch points? Okay, so I shouldn't have gone bankrupt. I think that's the game. Finally. I'm gonna let this guy enforce, see what happens. but I feel like this is another restart. I did not realize that bankruptcy took my monarch points. See how rarely I do that. Did it say it? Did I just fail to read? I'm just gonna bankruptcy. Okay, there's the end of that. It has collapsed. Air died. Pretty good new air. I don't know which of these airs is going to be the right air, but we'll see. We rule. We're not that great. Rebels have won. Everlasting friendship. So we are now 243. No air. Shame for that great air. Now, and I have a quick look. Interest. Minus. Entering bankruptcies. The following effects: 1,000,000. Lose 100 prestige, 3 stability, legitimacy, repairing tradition. Reduce all monarch power to minus 100. Yeah, okay. We are screwed, I think. As they say. I'm actually losing money? Wait, what fort am I paying for? Fort maintenance? Did I just see it? No, it's fleet maintenance, not fort maintenance. So I'm losing money. Oh, because I'm over force limit now, because they actually gave me troops. Kind of funny. No, I'm not. It's just a big army, I guess. Is there any point in continuing this? I feel like that's a no. If I hadn't done the stupidity with the monarch points, maybe? How close am I to being? Well, not even remotely close. So I can't claim Orkney, right? Yeah, no. Don't even have a single transport, so if I want to walk, I need 1,000,000 military accesses. Scotland's love me, and Highlanders don't love me. And Scotland is doing more wars than Ireland. It's rare that you see the Scots uniting the Irish. Ugh. That's a Scot on my throne there. Disgusting. Okay, I think I'm going to continue until the end of this episode. I will try to speed 5 through a lot of this, at least through this bankruptcy. And I want to see whether we can pick up colonization and actually use it. Take the Atman, even if we get inflation for it. I'm going to take a claim on Scotland. Because I can't do Orkney for a while. Do we have minus 100% student spread? It's still spreading, but very slowly. Okay. How's that unrest looking? Not a big problem. Oh, we should be pressing buttons with the states. Forgot about that. So I'm gonna summon the Diet. I will definitely not build a church. 20% or more trade power on the... I wish. So we'd have to do 2 manpower developments in the Inner Hebrides. I guess that will be what we do. Can't quite afford it. Let's do 1 click, 2 click. Complete. Everybody's happy. So I can grab your land. Yoink. We go over 40%. Immediately gonna go give 10% back to the clergy for religious state. And that bonus admin. I've still not caught Desmond, which Wait, didn't I click that? Oh, it took it back because it was still work. Oh. The bankruptcy even took back my investment in there. Like it does with money, right? That we learned earlier. Current heir will die. I have an heir? No, that's in Crimea. What? You're still allied to England. New heir, 422. Alright. We will need some boats eventually. Because we need, I think, 3 boats to have an explorer go around. We can use light ships for it, but we need to have them. And I can't afford them. So I do want to build up my trade fleet to, well, 3 ships now. So I can then turn them all to exploring as soon as I actually have all that stuff. Still, far away from anything like that. Cleric card attacking Tyrone. I can't care at the moment. I'm just going to speed 5 through all of this. Damn, I did not realize the monarch point loss from bankruptcy. I'm sure I already knew about that at some point, but I just... what's another minus 10 prestige when you have none? Still have some of this going on. We should probably deal with some of our rivals too. Apparently stating it doesn't do anything anymore. I don't know why. It's confusing to me. Can I make another claim on the Scots? It doesn't make a eventual Orkney claim that much more expensive. I'm actually pretty close. I'm not. I'm going to come back from the Scots so we don't get caught. Yeah, it's going to decay my spy network a bit, but that's alright. Doing what? I had a plan. Well, plan. It's something I wanted to do. Don't remember what it was. Well, I turned this edict off. It's one thing. Don't think it's anything here. Although there's a chance I want to hand out the things, right? The monopolies. So autonomy being... I mean, autonomy is low, which is actually good. Kind of want the dip. Oh, but for the dip I need crown land again. Right. So we're not getting anything out of that. Fine. I still had something I wanted to do, but I don't know what it was. Gain stability and swap around some loyalty, which is going to slightly annoy the burghers, but I guess that's okay. Money would be nice, but 5% of land to the burghers, nope. Cannot be bought. Startup is also going to help with the Munster Separatists. They should almost be at 0 here. 2.3, not quite 0. Is it now? 48. Right. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to embargo my rivals, which are Ulster and Scotland. Obviously should have done that earlier. Just didn't. Speed to 50, but we obviously would like to be over 50. And we're gonna have a lot of drop off from our Tyrone stuff. We cannot scornfully insult anybody. We can, once we go below 50, at least insult somebody for like another year or 2 of monarch points. Hey, Scotland. You stink. I could privateer the Scots, which would give me a tiny bit of this power protection. How long is my bankruptcy? 14th. Oh, this year. September this year. Alright, we're close. If it had been for the monarch point mistake, I think I would have been okay with what I did there. But as it stands, I really am not. I need admin tech, I need admin tech stat. Do we need 800? I don't really want to go to more wars here. I think the whole Denmark plan is probably over, unless we somehow got a ton of favors. We did not. So we don't need a giant power base. We just need enough power to beat up on the natives, to quickly grab a whole bunch of land in the Americas, if we can get there, which I still doubt. I still don't believe that's gonna happen, but maybe. Ulster, something, spy network, admin tech. Immediately turn around. Oh, I don't even have the dip. I did spend some dip on buying down war exhaustion earlier, but that wouldn't quite have fixed it anyway. Take exploration. I think I'm gonna have to go and actually give my burghers land. What did I say I get from this? Tax. I think I'm okay with it. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna be low on crown land. We lose. Liberty design subject is fine. We just lose tax. The rest is not a big problem. So maybe we could have even done that earlier. Because I need all the dip I can gain. I will take the 2 papal influence because I don't want the 5 unrest, I guess. Both of these are so relevant. How unrestful are you? Not. For how long? 83, so it's 5 more years. And this will be for just decays over time, I assume. Yeah, I'll take the paper stuff anyway. Extend the monopoly. Sure. Got enough money to build a 3rd boat. The issue is that once we have great expectations, expects heat advice of the queen, we gain a corruption, but they will remember that we came to their help, or we get autonomy, lose prestige. It's not like I'm living on money at all. Do you have a tiny bit of corruption decay? 1 corruption is a lot. I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna pay it off. Just going to let the natural decay happen. And we're gonna have the slight unfortunate modifier from having corruption there. It's not a big problem. We might even want to do some of the things to get more money, like destabilize, whatever it's called. Doing stuff to our currency. Do we put another episode into this? Because we're at the end of 1. We're just now unlocking our quest for the new world, which allows the recruitment of a explorer. Now I don't have the dip to do it. England calling me. Oh, my bankruptcy is over, right? I'm no longer bankrupt. Pretty sure. No. English conquest of Donegal against Tyrconnell. He doesn't seem to have any allies. Sorry for the plinging once more. Donegal. Cork. Up there. I mean, I'll accept. I'll try to get there before they do. Yeah, you have 0 friends. You have 0 troops. Wow. Let's see if we can be faster than the Brits. Oh, did they call in a bunch of people? I think they did, right? Leinster. Leinster. I'm still gonna try. I'm gonna accept. I'm gonna try to get walking there. I can get through Cork. Should be able to get through Ormond, but then I need a military access map mode. Could technically walk up to Pale, but that's not the shortest way. I think I'm gonna ask Offaly for access. Walk into Offaly. Then I'm gonna do the same of Tyrone. Once we get there. Let's go not at speed 5. That's kinda quick these days. Foreign quarter, Kildare, something something. Ayrshire gets bonuses, or Ayrshire gets trade power. I'm gonna take the trade power. And I'm gonna put a cut in here. And I guess I'm going to continue this. Now, I don't believe we're going to do it this time. But I want to find out how close we can get with the colonization approach, if there's something that we should, once we go again, focus on, or whether that's dumb or we should just go for the Norway one. So, see you guys next episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you're seeing, you know what to do. Leave a like, leave a subscription, and talk to me in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.